Hi guys! Oh my god! Long time no see! So, as you can see, new location. We are officially moved into our house. Finally. I apologize up front for the lighting in this video. I am done trying to find a room that doesn't have sunlight streaming in. I am not used to all these windows. Moving into this house has shown me just how many windows we didn't have in our apartment. And we currently do not have curtains for all our windows yet. I'm in my bedroom right now, and there are 2 windows in this room, and we have curtains for one window, no curtains for that window. We technically have them, they're just in another room, hung up. Sorry, that was Leica. I don't know what she's barking at. So yeah, what has been happening with me? Well, moving into the house, dealing with being homeowners. What has happened? Oh, I turned 30. I turned 30 July 2nd. June was okay. June was a little rough. June 20th is our wedding anniversary, so we have been married for a year this June 20th. The hard part about that is June 20th is also my father's birthday. My father passed away in 2008 when I was 21. It came out of nowhere. 2 seconds. Sorry, my TV went unpaused in there. So if you hear TV, I apologize. Anyway, yeah, my dad just kind of, Halloween he got sick, went to the hospital, and by June 4th he was gone. And June 4th happens to be my older brother's birthday, so that's no fun. But anyway, that time period is especially rough now because sometimes Father's Day falls on my dad's birthday. This year it was the 19th, so I had Father's Day, our anniversary, also my father's birthday, and the very next day is my younger brother's birthday. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know that my younger brother is no longer with us. So that point in time was a little rough, but we got through it. And then July 2nd was my birthday, and then Independence Day. And now it's been, oh my gosh, it's been weddings, it's been christenings, it's been communions, it's been one thing after the other. This past weekend, we went to a place called Wildwood in New Jersey. And the reason we went there is because our nephews play soccer, and their travel teams had tournaments this weekend, tournaments on the beach. So they actually go and they play on the beach. Well, me, being the fair-skinned person that I am, that fact apparently slipped my mind, and I didn't even bother putting sunblock on until it was too late. So I got burnt, and from being burnt, that turned into sun poisoning. So two Saturdays ago, I got burnt. The very next day we went to Cape May, and even though I was burnt, I had an amazing time. Cape May is beautiful. If you ever get the chance, I highly recommend going there. Emma, Jellicles Forever, she talks about going there. Her family goes there like once a year, I think. And there is a cross-stitch store there that I did go to and purchase some things from, which you guys will see in a second. And so we went to Cape May Sunday. Monday, we left to go home in the morning. Sunday I was okay. I could tell that my feet were swelling, which I figured was from the burn. So it was a little painful to walk, but I could do it. And then Monday morning, I woke up and my left eye, I could tell, was starting to swell. So I was like, okay, whatever. Wildwood is about 2 hours from where we live in New Jersey. So from the time we left Wildwood to the time we got back to where we live, my entire face had swollen. I've had sun poisoning before. I had sun poisoning one other time when I was a teenager. I had 2nd-degree burns from it, but I cannot remember swelling like this. I remember not being able to wear real clothes for 2 weeks. Luckily, I don't know if you guys know Limited Too. That was big when I was a kid, that store. I had silk pajamas from that store, and I literally lived in those silk pajamas for 2 weeks. My sun poisoning was that bad. Anyway, so we get home, and I'm Googling anything I can find on sun poisoning. What are the symptoms of sun poison, blah, blah, blah. It says on there, if you notice swelling, you should probably go see a doctor. So that's what I did. Walked in, we just went to an urgent care. Walked in, I had my sunglasses on, and as long as I had my sunglasses on, you couldn't really tell that my face was that swollen. So I left my sunglasses on the whole time. I was so embarrassed. I didn't even want to look at anyone, so I left my sunglasses on, got called back into the doctor's office, the nurse walks into the room and she goes, so what are you here for today? I take off my sunglasses and I go, this. The look on her face. I was mortified. Like, she looked at me. Oh, God. You guys, I looked like freaking Sloth from the Goonies. I shit you not. Like, hand to God, I look like Sloth from the Goonies. It was so bad. And my swelling did not go down until the next Saturday, Sunday. So this past Saturday, Sunday, I was finally able to go out in public. I literally lived in my house in pants and long sleeve shirts the entire week. I did not go outside. I did not go out in public. I didn't do any of that. I didn't see anybody except my husband. That's it. So that has been what's been happening with me. I hope the rest of you guys have been better than what I've been. But hopefully we are on the track to getting things back to normal. Well, today something happened. Actually happened yesterday. I found out about it today. My uncle, my great uncle, who I'm very close to, I used to live with them actually for quite a few years. And they had 2 dogs, one of which passed away, I would say 5 or 6 years ago now. And then their other dog passed away yesterday. And I guess it was just horrific. Her name was Gracie. It was, from what I was told by my sister-in-law, it was horrific what caused her to pass. As we all know, well, if you have dogs, you know this. Tumors are very common in dogs, and the older the dog gets, the more likely they're not going to do anything about those tumors. And Gracie she was up there in age. She was easily 14, 15 years old. And this dog had tumors. I've never seen tumors this big on a dog before. And from the pictures that my sister-in-law sent me, the tumors had probably doubled in size from the time that I was home last, and that was just in December. And I don't want to be too graphic and go into detail, but apparently it was a mess inside this house. One of the tumors had burst, and she basically was bleeding out, and that's how she didn't end up passing from that. like my uncle didn't go home and find her already gone. She was still conscious, she was still moving. They took her to the vet and the vet came out. He didn't even bother taking her out of my uncle's truck. He went ahead and put her down there. So they have since taken her to a funeral home back in the city that I'm from, and she's gonna be cremated just like their other dog was. So we all know that time's coming, but we don't want to think about it. Like Leica, I cannot bring myself to think of what it's gonna be like when my child passes, because that's my child. We don't have children, that is my child. And I know a lot of you can relate to that. So anyways, let's get to what we came here for, some cross stitch. So I have to be honest and say you guys are gonna be a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Disappointed. You're gonna be a little disappointed in my haul. It's kind of pathetic for how long I've been gone. And if I wasn't a homeowner now, it would be much more. But that's not my reality at the current time. So let's start off with finishes. Yes, plural, 2 finishes. Okay, you guys remember the round robin I was in? That has since finished. So we all have our projects back now, and this is mine. This is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitcheries Springtime Sampler, I believe it is. So, do a little close-up there. And what I did was I had everybody put their initials in for the blocks that they finished. Everybody got 2 blocks to finish. The ones that do not have initials in it were the ones that I did prior to sending the project out. But this was completed on, oh goodness, what is the name of the fabric? That information is in the other room. I apologize. It's a piece of fabric from Under the Sea Fabrics, though. That much I do remember. But I do not remember the name. I know it's 28 count. But that is that one. It turned out amazing. I love it. And it's perfect on this fabric. I'm so glad I went with that choice. So thank you everyone that worked on my project, if you watch my videos. The other finish that I have is Chris from Chris Cross Stitcher and I did a stitch along just between the 2 of us. And we did Summer in Nantucket by Plum Street Samplers, and this is mine. Two seconds and I will give you the fabric information. No, I won't. I lied. That's in the plastic bag that I can't find. I don't know what I did with it. I believe it is a pearl gray, 28 count. I believe. But that is that. I stitched it with the recommended threads. They are Classic Colorworks and Gentle Arts, but I like it. And I have plenty of fabric left over that I can cut it down. I don't know why I ordered such a big piece of fabric. I'm telling you, the designers, I think, fib a little bit. Not necessarily the designers, I take that back. The fabric calculator, I think, fibs a little bit on how big your fabric needs to be. Because I didn't need all this fabric, 1, 2, 3 stitch. I didn't need all this, okay? I just needed that much. Oh well. Now I have more fabric to do something else on, so guess I can't complain too much. Alright, so, those were my finishes, but this is part of my haul. This is I don't know what the name of the bag is. I'm so full of information today. I apologize. I only had, what, 3 months to prepare for this video? Anyway, this is a project bag from So Much to Love on Etsy, and I love it. This is the inside fabric. So, very pretty. I actually have another bag coming from her that I just ordered not that long ago. All right, so those are my finishes. So moving on to whips. I'm currently working on this one right now. So how do I want to do this? Guess I'll just leave the needle hang. Anyway, this is Clouds Factory Postcards from the World. And I'm not taking it out of the hoop, sorry. So this is what it looks like right now. So I've gotten Venice, Paris, London, what is that, New Delhi, and Moscow completed. I'm working on, what is this, Giza, right? Yeah. So I'm 1 month behind, which I'm not happy about because I was really trying to stay on track with this one and I got behind because of everything that I just told you is going on. So unfortunately, I am now behind and I am not real happy about it, but that's what I'm currently working on. The next one that I've been working on is Cut Through Cottage by Bothy Threads. And I've got a little bit covered up by the Q-snap, but you can see the majority of what I've gotten done. And oh my goodness, the difference a little backstitch makes. So I have one entire room done. That's the room with all the cats. I have half the bathroom done. And then this part over here that's covered up is just like a water spout with some water coming out of it. And then you've got a little snail right up here. But this part is almost completely stitched. I just have a little bit more to stitch on that, and then I'll move on to the back stitching. So that project is coming right along. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My hair is making me itch. So that's the progress on that one. The next one I have is Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery's Autumn Sampler. And that's what I've got done on that one. Pretty decent amount on this one too. I would say I'm probably almost halfway done with this. 3 more blocks, I guess, and I would be halfway done. So there's that one. This is also on, oh, and that's my little needle minder. I believe that is from Nifty Needle Nannies. Oh, what fabric? I know it's Under the Sea. 2 seconds and I will tell you. Umbriel, if I'm pronouncing that right, is the fabric that one is on. Does anybody ever feel like they stitch and stitch and stitch and they don't get anywhere? Because that's how I'm feeling about my whips right now. Feels like I'm constantly working on them. But I guess it's my fault because I pick big pieces. It's what I do. So the next one is Patisserie from, I was gonna say, are you kidding me? I don't have the magazine in here. It's from the, what are you doing? Get it together. Cross Stitch and Needlework Spring 2015 issue. and it's the cover art actually. So this is where I'm at on that one. Last time you guys saw this, I don't think I had the cupcakes done. I think all I had was maybe a cherry. Oh God, I am all over the place. This is what happens when you get out of practice of doing videos. And I can't see. There we go. So that's what I've got done on that one so far. This one I'm really struggling with. This one I really feel like I'm not getting anywhere. And I blame these stupid little swirly things on the side that are a pain in the bee, and I get to do them again later in the pattern. Lucky me. And that is I changed my needle minder to this little cake needle minder, and that is from Nifty Needle Nannies. The fabric is something marble something. Yep, that's about as informative as I can get on that one, because apparently I didn't keep that information. I guess not. Okay. And then the next one is my Spring Hill. And sorry guys, but I'm not taking this one out of the Q-Snap either. So what I will do is show you the cover art and show you where I'm at, because mine looks just like the one on here. If I can get it together. Okay, so this is the picture of the finished piece. I have the entire tree done and part of the house and the majority of the grass. And I also have, actually, I have all the grass done. Yes, I have all the grass, the road, the sheep, I have all of that done. I think the only thing I'm waiting to finish is the house actually on this. Everything else is done. So that's what I'm working on right now. Not too much more to go and I will have another finish. Yay! So that's that one. And I think this is 18 count English rose linen. I think. For whatever reason, I have lost all of my fabric information. I don't know what I'm doing with it. It's all gone. I don't know. Anyway, there's that one. And my last one, I cannot remember if I showed this to you guys previously when I was working on it or not, but this is currently what I have on it. And this is Mill Hill Button and Beads Kit, the bridal shop from their Main Street line. And this is what I have done on it. Almost completely finished. Only have a little bit more beading. This was supposed to be for my mother for Mother's Day. What month are we in? July? Yeah, I'm a little late. But I told her that I would be because of the whole house stuff. And honestly, now, my mother, I was making this for her as a companion piece to the one that I made her last year for Mother's Day, which was Mill Hill Button and Bead Kit, the flower shop from the Main Street line. So I was making that for her as her companion piece. And what kind of sucks about that is my mother owns her own business, and her business is, the name of her business is Bridal Boutique Roadshow. And the whole concept behind it was, you know how they have bridal shows and stuff at hotels and stuff like that? Her concept was basically a traveling dress shop. She would go to venues, set up, and just brides would come in for private consultations or just come in to shop. And she would kind of do like a bridal show, but it was only with dresses. Well, she has since decided not to do that anymore, so she's liquidating everything that she has. So she does have her own website. I believe it's bridalboutiqueroadshow.com. If anybody's out there getting married and you'd like a dress at a discounted price, check my mom's website out. She is stationed in Ohio, but I'm sure she would be willing to ship. It's got all the dress sizes and stuff on there. If you've gone and you've tried on a dress and my mother happens to have that dress and happens to have it in your size, boom, there you go. Anyway, she's liquidating her stock because she is doing another side business, and it still has to do with weddings, but it doesn't have to do with selling dresses. So I'm not in a big hurry to get that done for her anymore because it's not really relevant anymore. Well, it's over and done with now, so that's what she's getting. Anyway, those are all my whips and my finishes, so we will move on to haul. Let's start with, well, these are right on top. This is ABC Stitch. I don't know why you do this, and I gotta fix it. These are two parts of the Gingerbread Village series from Country Cottage Needleworks. This is Gingerbread House number 5. And I have the little button as well, which is the little holly leaf right there. Don't mind my disgusting nails. I have half a manicure left on them from my birthday. Yeah. And this is Gingerbread House number 6. And then there's the little button for that one. And this is my haul from the Cape May cross stitch store. It's called Stitch by Stitch, and that's the business card for them. I hope you can read that. So I got Witchboard from Cottage Garden Samplings. I've been binge watching Emily's videos. Eclectic Possessions, I think she is. Because I'm so behind on FlossTube, and I'm OCD, so I go in alphabetical order. I know. I'm crazy pants. But you know what? It works for me, so don't judge. So anyway, the reason I brought her up is in her videos, she's been talking, at least the ones I've been watching, which I'm super behind, she's been talking about wanting to find Ouija board pattern.